Excuse me? What was that? But nonetheless, welcome guys, welcome to a new video on War Thunder. Today I am playing out my 2.7 Russian lineup. This wasn't, as a disclaimer, this wasn't a spectacular game. This was pretty much just the average game that I have in this tier. Now, some may call it seal clubbing, some may call it low-key biased vehicles, but I very rarely have a poor game at this tier. And as you can no doubt tell by the name of the video, I got well over 4,000 score in this game, which is a lot. So I'm not going to do my usual talking about things outside of the battle video thing, I don't have to call it, but I'm just going to commentate on the battle, see how this video turns out. So at the moment the Sherman has my left flank pretty much held down, so I shot the building so I could dart across it and hopefully find some enemies, and oh boy, I didn't bargain on finding this many enemies. There is a M3, which I just can't penetrate him. I thought I could penetrate his, like, you know, knobbly bit. Phrasing. No, I thought I could penetrate his top turret, but it turns out I can't, so... I was just about to get a shot into the Crusader when my breach got taken out, and at this point there wasn't really much point in me doing anything except soaking shots, which is one thing the T126 does exceptionally well. You've got pretty much tier 3 armour as a tier 1 light tank, which is questionable, but hey, it's Russian, so what can I say? I, in hindsight, should have driven down that road and escaped into the A point. However, I didn't think of that in the game, and I got shot in the back of the turret after bouncing a bajillion shots from the front, and I get taken out. So at this point, I was like, crap. Because I was trying to film a video on the T126 exclusively, and I was having an alright game up until that point. So it was like, time for a bit of non-revenge bombing on the person that killed me. It's not vengeful, is it? I'm out in my P40 Echo 1, the Russian version. It has a 500 kilogram bomb and 650 cals at 2.7. Very balanced. I'm normally able to get a couple of kills with this thing when I take it out, but unfortunately I really fluff up my bomb, so that doesn't happen. Oh, bit of a spoiler alert there, but yeah. You know me, I can't aim bombs for my life. And I know more people will watch this than the CAS video, which I'm going to double upload this with. But if you're interested in my thoughts in CAS, make sure you check that out. I try and make it as interesting as possible. And I really thought I dropped my bomb in the middle of those tanks there, but turns out I didn't. And the person that was driving right next to a 500 kilogram bomb was like, hahaha, not even my tracks are damaged, comrade. You see, the reason that bomb didn't kill him is because this plane's not actually Russian. It's an American plane, it's just in the Russian premium line, so that's the reason he didn't die. If this was a Russian plane, bloody hell, that entire city would have been levelled, that would have been. That's actually something I'm really looking forward to getting the PE-8. I haven't really researched any Russian bombers, I can't really bother to either, but yeah, that's a plane I'd really like with its, 5-ton bomb, which is, deletes enemies. Oh well. But at this point in the game, I could see there'd been an anti-aircraft vehicle shooting at me for a long time, and he had now stopped shooting me, so I presumed he were out of ammo, so I came in and take him out because it was only a little flak truck, and 50 cows eat flak trucks for breakfast, I'm pretty sure. But unfortunately he did get some damage into my engine and fuselage, but fuselage damage doesn't really matter because this plane is at least half Stalinium. But the engine is a bit of a problem. So now I'm sort of thinking that I could go back to the airfield, but I could also go and chase after the Blenheim here. And of course, me being the kill-hungry thought I am, I go for the Blenheim. I mean, I couldn't see any advantage of getting a bomb, because I knew our team was losing, and I want that sweet KD ratio. But this plane is normally quite fast, but since I got an yellow-orange engine, it was lagging a little bit. Well, not lagging, but it wasn't being the speedy boy it should be. So I'll pull up here, get some nice shots into the Blenheim, nice few sparks, and then he uses his secret British evading techniques and teleports out of the area, and his gunners immediately open up on me and damage my engine even more. So at this point I was like, fuck it, I'll just take my time and aim properly and just take him out, which is what I did. But yeah, not really sure what happened there. My packet loss went up to 18%, maybe that was it, but even 18% should not let that happen. But yeah, here I was climbing a little bit and losing a lot of speed, and I can see there's a Sherman, it looks like, down by the sea bridge. Oh, and something exciting to note, I don't know how many people who watch this play simulator battles, but the simulator version of Tunisia is coming to Tank RB, which I'm very excited for. In my opinion, it's a much better map. So then I get shot at by an AC Mark II AA British car thing, I think, question mark. So that turns my fuselage red, yay. I didn't see him, unfortunately, but I have just enough time to get a shot into that Sherman's track, which will ultimately give me the kill assist. And remember, you always get more points when you're in a plane, and more points equals more silver lions, equals more vehicles you can buy. So unless it disadvantages your team at all, I'd always recommend getting in a plane. And here he, insane turret flicks one-shots my engine. Oh, it wasn't really a one-shot, I'd taken like 6 shots to the engine at this point. And ooh, what was that lag? Ooh, disgusting, sorry. But I'm like, okay, time for emergency landing. And so I plop out my gears and put on some landing flaps, brace some MGs to slow myself down, and get a nice little bounce off of that hill, and come to a skidding halt in the middle of a desert. Yay. So spray all my MGs, slow down, 70, 60, 50, and at this point it's just, oh, a crash landing. Did I crash? Did I really? I could swear I landed that. Oh, apparently not. The game must be right. Blenheim. Oh, you know what? He probably teleported back from the dead to kill me there. I shouldn't really underestimate those British things. Notorious for doing that. So as I was going down, I could see that there were a couple of planes up. So I come in my I-16 Type 28, which is an amazing plane. If you've got a couple of monies to spare for it. It is basically an I-28, duh, but it has two 20mm cannons, like the same on the LA-5, LA-7, LA-9, LA-11. It's just absolutely insane how much firepower this thing has. For a 2.7 prop. Pardon me. And you also get 6 RBS-82 rockets, which are actually, unfortunately, nigh useless. It says we've got 60mm of penetration, but I just take that with a real grain of salt. They're alright against stuff targets, I suppose, but other than that, not really. So here I get a couple of shots into VP-36, it looks like. Doesn't do anything, yay. And then the freaking biplane behind me just puts shots into me, takes out some of my elevators, puts some fuselage damage into me. And then this cool kid here just really shreks my engine. So at this point, I'm like a ticking, well, not a time bomb, but my engine isn't going to work for much longer, let's put it like that. And I'm losing speed rather rapidly in just, horizontal flight, so that's never a good thing. So the P-36 has apparently forgotten all about me, so I go heads on with this biplane, and yeah, 20 millimeters plus biplane equals fun time. And I get some shots into the tail of the P-36, and he goes down. Like an absolute sack of potatoes, he goes down. So by now, I had sort of reconciled to myself I wasn't going to be able to get back to the airfield and land this thing. So I just J out and give him the kill. Because our team needs caps, and apparently it's only me that recognises this. As I say that, one of our people captures B, but you get the gist. So I come back in my milk truck with the intent to capture C, and I didn't realise this, but they've actually nerfed the milk truck's speed, which is ungodly. How could they do that? Ruins literally about 90% of my fun in this game is milk trucks. Grew very, very annoyed. But yeah, now it's limited to like 40 to 45 kilometres an hour, which is really just nothing. Oh, and if you're wondering why I scoped in there, it's because there's a bit of dust on my screen, which I thought was a plane. I really need to clean my screen. I like absolutely crap for myself every time I see a bit of dust. It turns out it's just not a plane, it's just a bit of dust. Why do I do this to myself? But yeah, I am suka blitting around here, trying to get to the C point and capture it to slow down our ticket bleed. And we've got some people around the B area, so I was hoping we could capture B, but turns out that, yeah, we don't, because people apparently don't want to die in their extremely highly repair cost vehicles at 2.7. Oh, those 500 Silver Lions must cost you, mate. But yeah, I have now managed to push in, and in hindsight, I really should have gone in between the bridges, and I wouldn't have got shot later. Spoiler alert. I was looking towards the B point because I'd seen some shots ring out from left to right as I look at it. So if someone pushed forward, I would have been able to catch them in their side. And I think here I'd decide to put some shots down range to draw attention to myself when I get MG'd ruthlessly from the back. How could they? It's just the most embarrassing thing when you get MG'd in War Thunder. Alright, I can't even. So in a desperate last-ditch attempt, I spawn in my BM-824. Because I knew this spawn was getting spawn camped, I was going to try and catch one of them off guard and give them a thick rocket to the face. But it turns out they're not actually scumbags, so they're not spawn camping. So, I mean, props to the enemy team, but kind of sucked. I was looking forward to my implosion kill. But yeah, I think we're getting to the end of the video now, so if you have enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave any opinions, requests, or suggestions for War Thunder down in the comments. I will answer them all. And please remember to hit that hit that notification bell and share this video, because I am still trying to grow my channel a little bit. So we finally took that L of the loss, and as you'll see on the scoreboards, I came first with 4,400 and something points and getting 30,000 Silver Lions, which, yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. So at this point, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Right, peace out.